Welcome back to some more Umineko When They Cry. So where we last left off, you know, 6 characters were murdered within the chapel. You know, all of the all of the siblings and the wives. And and Rosa was the only one alive. The servants had witnessed it, and then the kids see it, and then everything, went to shit. Aside from the fourth. The last episode where it was different characters, but their faces got like chopped off and all that stuff, you know. But this time, we'll just make the evidence clear, just kill them off and have their, their abdomen cut open and stuff it with and use candy as part of stuffing. Ain't that some shit? Alright, just scroll up, just so I can actually get the audio going. Alright, let's continue reading. The table was covered with sweets. So even though those things were right out in the open, you just assumed they were sweets too. I mean, come on, you see them a lot, right? You know, those boxes of chocolate shaped like gold ingots? Oh my, a gold bar. Just what I have always fucking wanted.
こりゃお菓子の箱じゃねえぞ。本物だ。こりゃ本物の金塊だ。
Whoa, a real gold bar. Oh shit, son.
片翼のわしの紋章が刻印されてる。前に母さんが話してたのを聞いた。
I'm not surprised.
これはおじいさまの黄金伝説の金塊だよ。
Gold ingots weighing a full 10 kilograms, a whole 3 of them, were piled up in the very center of the table. It was where a cake would be placed if it was a birthday party. In other words, this was without a doubt the birthday cake of the party known as the family conference.
これが本当に純度49のインゴットだったなら6000万円くらいの価値はある。バカ野郎！
Oh, just look at that, we're now rich.
安すぎる！俺たちの親が6人も殺されて、そこに積まれた黄金がたったの6000万円だぞ！
Yes, we're gonna kill 10 million for each 10 million yen for each kill. Get it?
バカにするんじゃね
え。さあ始まったね、ベアトリーチェ。どうせこの謎は誰にも解けないよ。だから絶対にベアとの勝ち。早く黄金鏡への扉を開いて、そしてマリアを連れてって。
Wow, okay. Well, that was a bit of a pause there. Time didn't move. Requiem.
お嬢様、どうか気をお静めください。
October 5th, 1986. On Sunday. It is 6:43 a.m.
誰が犯人かはまだわかりませんぞ。それにベアトリーチェ様、親方様の大切な賓客です。
Indeed, an important and honored guest.
だからなんだってんだ。本人の胸ぐらひねり上げてやれば白状するに決まってるぜ。
Jessica's about to catch these hands. I wonder how that's gonna turn out.
目を見ればわかるんだよ。私が見破ってやる。何が魔女だ、ベアトリーチェだ。化けの皮を剥いでやる。
Jessica never stopped moving. Golda and Kanon chased after her, doing their best to convince her to stop, but Jessica never lent them an ear. She doesn't give a fuck. Eventually, the witch's VIP room came into view. This VIP room was always sealed and never used. No matter what kind of guest came, Kinzo wouldn't let them in there. Kinzo wouldn't let them in there, and yet the servants were always made to clean this room so that it could be used at any time. So the servants had started calling this room the witch's VIP room, after their second shapeless master. Jessica knew about this too. I guess Requiem is a new track I never heard of? Interesting. Jessica knew about this too, and she couldn't forgive the arrogance of the one who called herself a witch by staying in that room. The Golden Witch was just a fairy tale. Come on, a witch? To Jessica, she was nothing more or less than the murderer who had brutally killed her parents. Question her, hear her pitiful excuses, make her splutter in pain, gasp in anguish. No matter how hard she pretends to be a witch, I'll teach her that she is just a stinking, sweaty human. Sweaty. Oh, yeah, that's something you would hear from this. As Jessica yelled with all of her strength, she hit the door to the VIP room. It definitely wasn't a knock. That sound was the beating of her anger's hammer, as if she was determined to break the door down if it wasn't opened.
開けろよベアトリーチェ出てこい聞こえてるんだろここを開けろ
There was no answer. Jessica grabbed the doorknob without any reservation, but she felt the resistance of the lock. She turned around to look at the two servants and spoke.
ここマスターキーで開くんでしょ開けて
お嬢様、それは大変な失礼にあたります。
I don't care. She doesn't care. Although Goda was flustered, he still tried to somehow calm Jessica's anger. After hanging his head silently for a while, Kanon pulled the master key from his jacket pocket.
カノンさん、いいんですか？
もしおられたなら無礼になるのは承知です。それにもしベアトリーチェ様が何の関係もないというなら、それを僕たちに釈明して納得させればいい。
Explain this, homie.
そうだぜその通りだ借りるぜ
Jessica snatched the master key from Kanon's hand and violently shoved it into the keyhole. Immediately, there was a small sound, and she felt the lock click. Then, without asking permission, she flung the door open.
ベアトリーチェどこだ出てこい
Jessica rudely stepped into the room. The witch wasn't anywhere to be seen.
くそったれいねえぜどこ行きやがった
お姿がありませんね。
Jessica, thinking she might be hiding somewhere inside the room, peeked behind the curtains and under the bed, but she couldn't find anyone. However, there definitely were signs that the bed had been used, and though it was only a vague scent, the atmosphere in the room felt a little soft. It wasn't the hard atmosphere of a place normally devoid of people, like the chapel. You could definitely tell that someone had spent the night in this room, but she could not be seen. In reality, neither Jessica nor Goda had met Beatrice. Exactly. You can't... But then Beatrice is fast enough to escape from that scene. But if the bed was recently used, how did that happen? Maybe it's a decoy. I don't know. They had only been told by those who had met her that she looked like a double of the character in that portrait. Oh shit. the doppelganger shenanigans. Double character in a portrait. So they were doubtful about what her face really looked like. However, Kanon alone had met her. He understood what kind of being that witch was, what kind of personality she had. So he knew that forcing their way in here in search for her definitely wouldn't work out. She must be watching us bitterly flail about in vain from somewhere, sneering at us. She's that kind of person. Because he was looking at things that way, Kanon was the first to find it. The other two were concentrating on finding the shadow of the person, so they didn't notice. Near a water jug on the side table, there was a single sheet of letter paper. On it was a short message, and nearby was a fountain pen, which had probably been used to write it. Kanon had already come to understand the witch. After finding the corpses, they'd been overcome by rage and barged in here only to find no one. So of course the witch would mock them. You can't mock someone unless they know they're being mocked. So in other words, that's what this must be.
お嬢様、ここに何か書かれています。
A mock letter.
書かれてるってなんだ。
Jessica dashed over and violently snatched the piece of paper away. She probably wasn't trying to be violent, she just couldn't control her strength right now.
だと。ダメよかって。
Hey, you can't say that. This is the first thing I see Jessica say the F word alongside a battler. I don't think I ever heard. Did I ever see George cuss? That's funny. Don't fuck with me. As soon as she read the message, Jessica went into a wild rage, crumpled the paper up and threw it. Uh-oh. Then she grabbed the light stand by the bedside and violently swung it around, mercilessly hitting the walls and furniture with it. The light bulbs all shattered at once, and the fragments were scattered across the room.
お嬢様、気をお静めください。お怪我をなさいます。
Yeah, especially what happens with glass.
離せよ。畜生、畜生。出てきやがれ、ベアトリーチェ。よくも父さんと母さんを。そんなに私が怖いかよ。殺してやる。殺してやる。ぶっ殺してやるから姿を現しやがれ。だから離せって言ってんだろ。くそー。
This was written on the paper.
私がぬくぬくとここであなたが飛び込んでくるのを待ちぼうけるとでも？知的な夜に粗暴なるあなたは似合わない。こんな間抜けに育てた親はどんな顔？
What a troll.
見たよ。本当にそっくりな間抜け面。今はお菓子の国でお腹いっぱい。
Beatrice is like the internet equivalent of trolling right there. Ain't this something? She fucking roasted Jessica's parents too. It was the sort of thing that witch would write. It meant she predicted that one of the children who lost their parents would come running in here. If she's hiding somewhere in this room, she must be rolling around laughing now. The witch was that kind of person. She sneered at people's misfortune, using it to stave off the boredom of 1,000 years.
これはお渡しください。お怪我をなさいますと申し上げております。
離せって言ってんだよ。くそー、くそー。
Golda snatched away the light stand Jessica had been holding. After all, if she kept swinging it around, she might end up smashing it against something, which would cause serious injury. To Golda's eyes, Jessica probably looked mad with rage, burning herself up with the flames of anger, but Kanon's eyes saw it differently. Those were probably tears of sadness, hidden by rage. So, when the light stand was taken from Jessica, when she started crying on the floor, scratching at the carpet, almost as though she was groveling, Golda was surprised, but Kanon was not. Of course, she had lost her means of crying by lashing out in rage. Considering that she was a daughter of the Ushiromiya head family, she was in a very shabby state. She scratched at the carpet with her fingernails, and even her feet were scratching. Jessica cried very, very hard, because if she didn't, her rage would start building up again and swallow her up. But over and over again she remembered that humiliating message. I can only imagine what the parents who raised you to be such a moron must have looked like. Is it bad to laugh at this kind of stuff? It is. I mean, her parents are kind of questionable. You gotta think about it like that. Must have looked like.
父さんも母さんも頭が良かった。私なんかとは違う。本当に頭が良かった。
Probably strict too. But, let's not put that, parent, family problems aside. Alright, I saw them, and they look just as moronic as you. Now their bellies are full in the land of sweets. As Jessica cried and screamed, she triggered an asthma attack. The servants watching over her hurriedly ran up to her and rubbed her back, but that only provoked Jessica's wrath. Jessica got up unsteadily, and as her asthma continued, she went out into the hallway.
お嬢様、お薬を至急。南條先生をお呼びします。
郷田さん、僕に任せてくれませんか。
Kanon had noticed. Goda, who was vastly separated from her in age, probably couldn't sense the tears in Jessica's heart. Kanon, who had noticed, had to be the one to support her.
カノンさん、いいのですか？
今のお嬢様には涙を流す時間も必要なのだと思います。ご両親のあんな死に方を目の当たりにしては。
そうですね。
Goda also understood, and he knew that Jessica and Kanon had shared a vague relationship with each other, so he understood everything and left it to Kanon.
わかりました。私はローザ様のところへ戻ります。
You go do that.
お嬢様をくれぐれもよろしくお願いしますよ。
はい。お任せを。
Kanon's voice was frail, but he nodded firmly. After looking at his eyes, Goda nodded firmly as well. Finally, an agreement. Goda was a veteran with many years behind him. He'd seen a great number of people in his life, so he knew the vigorous sparkle that could be found in the eyes of those who possessed self-control. He had surely seen that in Kanon's eyes, so he would leave this to Kanon. When you think about it, maybe this was the first time Goda had ever trusted Kanon and relied on him for a job. Jessica, still suffering from her asthma, seemed to be heading towards her room, though she kept leaning against the wall. Kanon followed her wordlessly. If she had asked for a hand, he would have leapt forward and supported her. But until Jessica did ask for that, he chose to hide himself, watching over her from a distance where he could come to her rescue at any time. When people feel their hearts are about to explode from sadness and want to have someone by their sides, you can bet 10 million of them would want to turn around and find someone in the place Kanon now stood. As he watched over Jessica from behind, then finally, she doubled over in front of the door to her room. The asthma attack had stolen all her strength, and her thoughts had gotten hazy from the lack of oxygen, making it impossible even to stand up again. But right then, Jessica didn't think she wanted someone to lend a hand. She still hadn't been able to overcome the flames of anger. Even if someone had offered her a hand with good intentions, Jessica would have wanted to tear it off right then. She knew how unfair that would be, so she definitely wouldn't ask for help until she overcame the fiery anger burning inside. Jessica had probably lost the willpower even to call for help, but Kanon heard it. He definitely heard it. Kanon definitely heard that voiceless call for help, one shared by miserable griefers the world around, an endless scream that no one ever seemed to hear. Kanon quietly knelt by Jessica's side and wordlessly offered her a shoulder. Though Jessica kept coughing painfully, she accepted it, unlocked the door to her room, and entered.
こちらへ。
Look, it's her room.
今、お薬をご用意します。
Jessica often said that when her asthma got serious enough, it hurt so bad that it felt like she'd vomit up her whole stomach. Her face was pale, and her gaze wavered, and yet the coughing continued. Even so, her sadness was probably even stronger. After having her sit on the bed, Kanon took a bronchodilator from a cute little basket on a nearby side table and handed it to her. Jessica sometimes forgot to take her medicine with her. Well, okay, no wonder Beatrice fucking roasted you for that. You could have just taken it just in case. And then again, not everyone, is prepped, Whenever this seemed to have happened, Kanon would take notice and secretly carry around the inhaler from the first aid kit in the servant room, but he hadn't done so today. Okay, well, I guess we're even on that, I guess. He scolded himself as though wondering how he could call himself furniture after failing to bring it with him on a day like this. Yeah, ain't that something? Then he remembered the day when he used that word and somehow betrayed Jessica's feelings. It jarred Canon's heart, but he felt it would be indiscreet to think about something like that, considering how Jessica felt now, and he locked it up inside the depths of his heart. When she inhaled her medicine, Jessica's wild breathing calmed down bit by bit, and she was finally able to regain her composure. But she had lost too much strength and willpower to get up from the bed.
大丈夫ですか、お嬢様。
私は大丈夫だぜ。父さんと母さんはダメだけど、私はもうちょっとなきゃ大丈夫だぜ。
No words. Canon regretted his poor choice of words. Did he really say, "Are you all right?" to her? It's like, why would you ask that when she's in the middle of the... I don't know, man. Would you think it's the dumbest fucking question to even ask that when someone is in the middle of fucking distress? That's what I don't... Was he really that clueless of the pain in her heart? Even though... Okay, here's the thing, though. If Canon is well aware of Jessica more than Goda, then he would have known that by now. This was because it looks like those two were close. This was what made him furniture. This was why he couldn't become human.
廊下におります。ご用がありましたら、すぐにお呼びください。
Canon understood that she still needed some time to cry alone. He told her to call him at any time, bowed, and tried to leave the room.
何か。
Jessica had spoken up as though she wanted him to stop, so Canon had stopped. If she asked it, I'll do anything I can to help her. Right now, I'd become even a cane or a chair if it would help ease the pain in her heart. If by doing that, I could make up for the pain I dealt to her heart on that day. For a while, Jessica stared into Canon's eyes. It was as though her reason for stopping him was something she couldn't put into words. There were like no words in exchange. For a while, neither spoke exactly. Jessica broke that silence with a small voice.
なんでもないぜ。しばらく一人になりたいって。ロザおばさんに伝えてくれるかな。
一人にはしません。あなたを僕は一人にしない。だから廊下にいます。いつでも呼んでください。
For just an instant, it looked like some kind of hope had flitted into Jessica's eyes. But it was very faint and disappeared like the first snow on the surface of a river.
ありがとな。しばらくだけ一人で泣かせてくれ。
はい。失礼します。
Count-on bowed once again and closed the door. He thought those words of his would give her some courage, but now it felt as though they'd actually hurt her for some reason. Why? He didn't know. Surely that was because he was furniture. That was why he couldn't grasp human sadness even now. As Canon repeatedly questioned himself, he walked down the corridor. He felt like the window at the corridor's end was coolly calling to him.
僕はやっぱり家具でしかないのか。
It was still pouring outside, a dark gray world. Even on days like this, Shannon would surely see the ocean and know that it was blue. But to my eyes, even if it cleared up, I would only see gray. Until I can understand the blue of the ocean, I'll be nothing but furniture imitating a person. Understand the blue of the ocean? Really? Oh, I thought it was something to do with the sky, and I was gonna make like some sort of joke, but oh well. I'll be nothing but furniture imitating a person.
本当に女心のわからぬやつよ。
Oh oh.
ああいう時は黙ってそばにいるのが正解だ。だからゆえに貴様は家具なのよ。
She just she just pops out of nowhere and just trolls Canon.
貴様
There shouldn't have been any trace of human life in this corridor. It had been an empty corridor filled with frigid air. But those scoffing words approached Canon from behind. Uh-oh. When he turned around, he saw that witch. That witch who hadn't shown herself when Jessica had searched for her with a rage bordering on madness, and who had left that sneering letter to toy with Jessica.
女の傷つけ方は3つある。特別にわらわが教えてやろう。一つは刃物で傷つける。一つは心で傷つける。そして最後が一番難しく、一番効果的に傷つけられる。
The most difficult and most effective method of hurting them.
なのに意識せずして傷つけられる。わかるか？
I don't know what that even means, but whatever that third way was, it looks kind of based for what Canon did. Because he's not even aware of this yet. Oh my god. I'm sorry.
わかるわけもないし、知りたくもない。
No, you don't. You do want to know. Sure you do.
期待を裏切る。だ。女ほど夢見がちな生き物はいない。勝手に夢を見、勝手に傷つく。お前のような距離の男が一番女を傷つける。
Fucking damn, Canon. I didn't know you can do shit like that.
わかるまいな、貴様には。どれほどジェシカを傷つけてきたか、全く考えが及んでいまい。家具だから。
Hey, is it too late to make some stupid theory that Canon just hates women? Oh, shoot, man. Oh, I can feel this.
お前のたわごとに付き合う気は毛頭ない。僕を嘲笑うためだけに姿を現したというのか。
うぬぼれるな、家具。貴様ごとき嘲笑うにも足りぬわ。しかしそなたも一人ではそれに値しなくても二人揃えば十分に足りる。 若々しき男女の悲運を笑う喜びは何度繰り返しても飽きぬのでな。
なんだと。まさか貴様お嬢様を。
第二の番の生贄に寄り添う二人が必要なのでな。
Damn, that's a change of face right there. I was like, whoop, right in an instant with the thunder effect. I need two who are close for the sacrifices of the second Twilight.
お前たち二人は実に都合が良い。
Wait, what? Oh, dude, I was wrong. Oh, no. I thought it was supposed to be Shannon and George. What the fuck? Dude, I just pranked myself. Oh, shit. I thought it was something to do with lovebirds. What?
勘違いするな。僕はお嬢様とそういう関係じゃない。第二の番の生贄にはならない。
だからお前はジェシカを傷つける。だからお前は人間になれぬ。ならばよいだろう。貴様がジェシカを思い人と認めぬならば、それを受け入れてもよい。だがジェシカは殺す。
Oh shit. Beatrice is gonna kill Jessica. Oh boy. You have a... Is Beatrice blonde? I always like... I guess judging from the color it's supposed to be blonde, but I thought it's like a brunette. You know what? I'll just say it. A blonde hair with blue eyes is killing another blonde hair with blue eyes. Now this is what we call an interesting mirror image right there. He's gonna kill Jessica? Well, let's see it then.
なぜ？
このバカが決まっておろうが。
No? Oh
殺
shit!
したらそなたが歪めるだろうその表情が楽しいからのほかに何の理由が必要なのか。
What's it with her face? Oh shit! That's the most devious. That's the most devious compared to the other. Comparing to Beatrice in the dress. This is like the face of the mafia right there at some point. It'll be fun to kill her and see her face twist in pain. Why else? Well, how are you gonna kill her then?
儀式に従い、わらわは気まぐれに13人を生贄とする。だが、それ以上殺してはならないとの決まりはない。
Wait. Yeah, you can't even like combat against fantasies at some point. You might as well kill everyone. She just makes up all the... Man, my friend is right. She makes up all the fucking rules. But my problem is that I thought you gotta be fucking lovey-dovey and all that shit in order to be killed. I didn't know you have to hurt a woman in order to like fulfill that type of criteria. What? Damn! Holy shit! I thought the what? If you look at I thought the last episode, Eva and Hideyoshi were part of the second Twilight. I'm pretty sure those two were it was worked out like that. Why is it? What?
わらわが楽しければ幾人でも殺す。だから殺す。わらわを思いっきり笑わせてみせろよ。カグカノン。
And these facial expressions.